This letter is for Menthol CEO. I am 6 foot of the poet. I'm a mother and I'm a daughter. My mom was not a smoker, but she was working at See's Candies. And during that time, she was the only African-American female that worked there. And, you know, during a 15-minute break, all the Caucasian women used to go outside and have a cigarette. One of them handed her one, and it was history. My mom tried to quit smoking several times. My mom spent so much time standing outside smoking. And if she wasn't outside smoking when we were in our own places, she would be in the living room smoking or in her room smoking, and we didn't want to sit up under her while she smoked. So it would be like you'd have to wait, or you'd have to figure out another way to breathe. My mom would put the cigarettes before a bill, and she would go through 2 packs a day, but she didn't care because she wanted her cigarettes. What menthol has taken away from my community is probably peace of mind. They have altered people's way of thinking that they needed this as a coping mechanism for life, to the point where people are willing to do anything just for a cigarette the same way they're willing to do anything for a drink. My mom got sick December 26, 2013. The day that she went in the hospital, all bets were off. What menthol has taken away from me is my mother. My time with my mother, the space with my mother, time for my children to spend with my mother, memories, holidays, birthdays. Menthol has taken my heart, ripped it out with no remorse. She's a fighter. You know, all odds can be against her, and my mama decided to persevere through everything, even life's challenges. February 15th was the first time I hit a mic, and I do a poem about my mom. But the night before, I sat at the hospital bed on the side of my mom while she was like in a lot of pain. I wrote a poem. I learned in that moment that my pain can be someone else's voice. So on her birthday, my mother got to hear me speak that poem about her on stage. And she was in tears. That was the first time she actually got to see it. And she was just like, "You are so talented, baby. I'm so proud of you." And I told her I'm gonna let her story be told. I said, "I'm not gonna stop." And she was like, "Go ahead." She gave me the okay to tell her story so that other people don't go through this same situation. You don't realize how important time is until it starts to be taken away from you. And in this moment and at this time, I want to give my kids the most of me, because I never know when it's my time, even though I don't smoke, you know? So it's like giving them as much as I possibly could, being there as much as I possibly can, and not allowing something that's out of my control to take over that. The poem that I just shared with you is a poem about my mother, who is fighting for her life in this moment after everything that she's gone through from being a menthol cigarette smoker. This letter is for Menthol CEO, the inventor, the brains, the doctor of tobacco. Thank you for taking my mother away from me. Thank you for diminishing her time with me. Thank you for creating this cancer-causing, lung-collapsing, aging in a box of a disease. Thank you. No, you did not physically kill her, but you killed my time with her. For you created this disease, this cancer in a stick that caused her to get hooked to it, so thank you. How could you say that tobacco doesn't kill? all so that you can make a dollar bill. How could you say that tobacco doesn't kill? See, I can't blame my mother because you created her lover, and ever since she got in bed with it, her life has been over with. See, I spent many nights beside a hospital bed where I cried, all because you lied. How could you say that tobacco doesn't kill? And then you're not caring because you say that it is our free will. But in my neighborhood, I seem to find more billboards marketing towards my kind. And to me, that is a sign because there are 10 times more signs targeting my kind. And how can you not see this unless you are legally blind? But I can see quite fine. I see that you are trying to kill off my kind. See, my mother's lungs are clear, and by the grace of God, she is still here. After 2 strokes and 2 heart attacks, I have you to thank for that. See, my mother will never be the same, but I will love her either way. But now I must speak up. Now we must say no thank you, menthol CEO, the inventor, the brains, the doctor of tobacco. Because tobacco kills. It kills about 1,300 people a day. The most preventable death in an expensive way. Targeting our teens at an alarming rate, killing off their dreams and giving them an early expiration date. So the brains, the doctors, menthol CEO, I will continue to educate and speak up for my people. And we say no to tobacco because tobacco can kill you.